Welcome to ISTA's HSE. In this video we are going to see about the safety guidelines for man lift operations. In 2017, around 20 people were injured by falls from aerial lifts during the course of their duties. Some of these injuries were fatal. Operating a man lift can be dangerous and should only ever be done by a competent person. But, no matter how qualified you are, there are still some things you must take into account when operating this kind of machinery. 1. Check the man lift inspection record before you even consider using any lifting machinery. Look at the inspection record for that particular lift. Emergency controls, operating controls, outriggers, guardrails, wheels and tires. Also, it's important to remember, there should be no air, fuel, or hydraulic fuel leaks. Likewise, the fall protection safety gear provided with the machine should be in excellent order. Like any heavy mechanical equipment, scissor lifts can be dangerous if not handled with the utmost care. By law, all aerial lifts must undergo routine checks every 30 days at least. These inspections must be carried out by a competent person and signed off on the relevant forms. 2. Use the correct safety gear. Don't operate any lift without the required safety gear in place. Every worker must wear 3 safety items while operating a man lift. The full body harness is strapped to your torso. This safety item will keep you upright if you fall. It can greatly reduce the risk of head trauma. Connectors must be attached to a safe anchorage point. You also need a connecting device that attaches the body harness to an anchorage point. 3. Inspect the surroundings. It is vitally important to ensure that your safety is not at risk due to the environment. Take note of any sloped areas that could make maneuvering the lift hazardous. Other noteworthy aspects are drop-offs, bumps, debris, and power lines. 4. Refresher courses are key. Operating a lift of any kind can be risky business. It's your responsibility to stay up to date with the latest advancements and training in your field. This includes mandatory safety training. Knowing your limits and increasing your understanding can avoid nasty accidents in the workplace. 5. Know the shutdown procedure. Make sure you are familiar with the correct shutdown procedure for the machine you are operating. Run through all the steps in your mind and practice them often. These include engaging the emergency stop button and lowering the platform. You must also turn the key switches to the off position and remove the key. When not in use, a man lift should be inaccessible to unauthorized personnel. Don't anchor yourself to a structure outside of the lift, and don't clip yourself to another part of the lift. Don't sit on the railing, lean out of the basket, or prop your feet up on any structure. Never brace yourself with one foot outside the lift. Do not override or turn off any hydraulics or safety features. Don't move the lift from one location to another while the work platform is in the air or while someone is working on the platform.
Follow the 5 key MEWP safety principle. 1. Plan ahead. 2. Be visible. 3. Manage traffic. 4. Implement an exclusion zone. 5. Load and unload safely. Plan ahead. Develop and use a traffic management scheme, including setting up the MEWP. Consider the positioning of the MEWP and the ground conditions. Be visible. The visibility of personnel on roads is essential when loading or unloading the MEWP or during setup. Ensure vehicles are conspicuous, for example use flashing beacons, rear chevrons. Ensure loading and working areas are well lit. Manage traffic. Obtain permission to implement traffic management, such as temporary traffic lights, or to close roads. Use signs and cones for maximum warning to oncoming vehicles. Implement an exclusion zone. Segregate the working area of the MEWP from vehicles. Position the MEWP so that it does not overhang into traffic, including configurations when slewed and when elevated. Take into account the height and size of trucks and buses that may pass by. Restrict access to pedestrians so that they cannot walk under the platform. Load and unload safely. Do so in a well-lit area, away from traffic or obstructions. Ensure enough space for the loading vehicle to stop safely and for the MEWP to maneuver safely. When unloading alongside the road, make sure that it is segregated from traffic. And always remember, one of the identified hazards is machine tip over, and wind speed can be a contributing factor, except for indoor-only rated machines. Man lifts or MEWP must not be raised when wind speeds may exceed 28 miles per hour, 12.5 meters per second. The manual states that if wind speeds exceed 28 miles per hour, 12.5 meters per second, when the MEWP is raised, the operator must lower it and discontinue operation until the wind falls below that speed. Safety is our #1 priority. Thanks for watching. See you again.